Hello there, Today All Day family. Thanks for joining us. It's Friday.
It is.
I'm
Yay.
Craig. Here's Savannah. And you are watching your favorite digital show. We call it Today in 30.
We hope you like it. It's supposed to be everything you love about our show, but boiled down to a crisp 30 minutes. And we've got a lot to cover in the next half hour.
Crisp, I like that. We're going to start with a fierce debate over those COVID booster shots. Front and center at a key FDA hearing today. Tens of millions of us anxious to learn if that extra dose will be needed. So we're going to bring you the latest on that.
Then Harry Smith hits the links for a very unusual round of speed golf. And he did it with the sports world record holder.
Plus, we marked 100 days till Christmas yesterday, but have you put any thought into your Thanksgiving turkey yet? What about your stocking stuffers? Stephanie Rule's here to make us all nervous. She's going to talk about the holiday season shortages and some price hikes that we, I guess, need to start thinking about right now.
We do. How many days away is Christmas?
99.
99, exactly. Thank you. And if you want your mornings to have an extra boost, Hoda and Jenna have tips on how to make the perfect cup of coffee.
All right. I could use a refill right now. So
let's do it.
Let's ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Stay tuned. See it for yourself. Let's press play on this Friday version of
Today in 30.
NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is at Pfizer headquarters here in New York. Gabe, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. In some ways, it's a race against time. Last month, President Biden announced that the booster rollout would begin on September 20th. That's Monday. And as of now, there is no consensus about what to do next.
This morning, with Americans seeking clarity on COVID boosters, a crucial meeting for an FDA advisory panel, weighing in on whether a third Pfizer shot is necessary.
If a third shot has to come around again, I'll be more than willing to take it.
Pfizer, citing research from Israel, says their data shows booster shots are needed 6 months after the second dose as virus protection begins to wane.
It's much more of a grey area for younger people, particularly under 50s. And that's what the debate is going to center around.
It's been a confusing stretch in the booster battle. Last month, the White House pushed a third shot.
8 months after your second shot, get a booster shot.
On Monday, 2 FDA scientists who've now announced they're leaving the agency wrote in The Lancet that current evidence does not appear to show a need for boosting in the general population. On Wednesday, though, a study in the New England Journal of Medicine touted the effectiveness of a booster dose. Still, FDA staff have not taken a position and have published meeting materials striking a cautiously skeptical tone towards the booster data.
Pretty much everything we know about those 3 doses is coming either out of Israel or the United Kingdom. We've not seen data come out of the United States.
It all comes as one of the least vaccinated states, Idaho, is expanding healthcare rationing amid an unprecedented surge of COVID hospitalizations.
We are being absolutely crushed by COVID.
Some hospitals in neighboring Washington state are having to turn down patient transfer requests because they're running out of beds.
It's never happened to this volume and intensity that we're experiencing now, and it is really, really serious.
As for the booster shots, the FDA typically adopts whatever its advisory committee recommends, but it doesn't have to, and that's why today's meeting is so important. Separately, CDC advisors are set to meet next week to discuss the issue.
Tom Yamas joins us now with more on the historic all-civilian space crew somewhere up there.
Yeah, somewhere up there. And it's been so cool to watch, right, and follow them. Yeah, we've been watching this so closely, the fascinating journey of the Inspiration 4 crew, 4 Americans now orbiting the Earth, carrying out missions and beaming back some stunning images. NBC's Carrie Sanders is at Cape Canaveral for us once again. Hey, Carrie, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. It's day 2 in space for the Inspiration 4 team, and in just released photographs, it's all smiles. At one point, they're looking back at Earth through what I guess we might call the capsule's sunroof. They also made a very long-distance phone call to some children who are cancer patients at St. Jude. This morning, the first all-civilian space crew is now more than halfway through their 3-day mission. Every 24 hours, they circle the Earth 15 times, 15 sunrises, 15 sunsets, experienced in weightlessness. The Inspiration 4 crew members each chose 4 mission pillars: leadership, generosity, prosperity, hope. Haley, who survived cancer at 10, found her message of hope making a special connection on liftoff with 8-year-old Slater. He watched her leave the pull of Earth's gravity from his home in Florida.
Happened.
How do you feel now?
I feel better.
Like Haley, St. Jude also treated Slater for cancer. Haley, now a symbol for so many.
To see a childhood cancer patient go through that battle and literally soar among the stars there really aren't words that describe how amazing that can make you feel.
As they inspire others here on Earth, the Inspiration 4 crew is scheduled to re-enter the atmosphere Saturday. The target splashdown is off Florida in the Atlantic Ocean. But if the seas are rough, they can make a less than 1 degree adjustment and land in the Gulf of Mexico. There may be a commercial space race with Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic and Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin. Both recently went suborbital. But this all-civilian astronaut mission, an achievement celebrated by all. SpaceX's founder Elon Musk tweeting, "Just spoke with Inspiration 4 crew. All is well."
We're back with today's Consumer. Summer isn't officially over just yet, but worries over shortages and higher prices have shoppers being urged to start their holiday shopping season really early.
Yeah, and the person urging is this gal right here, NBC senior business correspondent Stephanie Ruhle. She's got everything we need to know. You're here to help us.
Well, it is hard to believe this. Christmas is less than 100 days away. Thanksgiving, it's going to be here a lot sooner than you think. And experts are predicting this year holiday shopping is going to be huge. But with the production and the shipping challenges we keep hearing about, bottom line you need to know, do not wait. Start shopping. It might only be September, but for many, the holidays are already here. And experts are urging Americans to plan ahead. First up, Thanksgiving.
We're going to see more shortages than we've seen in years. Now, that's going to be everything from paper towels to turkeys.
And if you do get your hands on a bird and all the trimmings, expect to pay a whole lot more. Groceries are up 3% compared to a year ago, and turkeys more than 6%. And if you think ordering your turkey and cranberries today is ahead of schedule, get ready.
We started holiday shopping in probably July.
13% of holiday shoppers say they've already started or plan to start buying gifts last month. 27% are looking to do so this month.
This year, I'm not procrastinating.
Like Jamie Stevens, the mother of 3, usually isn't an early Christmas shopper, but she's already checking her list twice.
This year, I'm worried about supply chain issues and the availability of product when it gets nearer to November and December.
And the experts we spoke with say she's right.
Are there any typical holiday gifts that you really think are going to be out of stock soon and we should buy now?
All those hot holiday toy items, anything that has been really popular throughout this past year, that's going to sell out the quickest. So it's things like Barbie's Dream House, your LOL surprise dolls, any Lego items, those video gaming consoles that are really popular, like the Nintendo Switch.
According to Toy Insider, prices will be up 10% on average, and toy makers are sounding the alarm, warning about bottlenecks and shortages of your favorite toys.
All of the big brands that most people know, they've been able to get stuff into the country. The question is, how long is it going to last once it gets on the shelf? So again, if you see it, buy it.
High-tech toys that use computer chips like video game consoles are expected to be in high demand but in low supply. But the most important thing to keep in mind this holiday season?
Make it about your family event. Make it about things that are celebratory. The toys are great. We always say try to avoid present overload, but really keep it simple and try to enjoy yourself.
Oh, we're back with a good one. Mr. Smith goes to where today?
I would take down Pop Start in the bracket. Probably
Yes.
Mr. Smith goes to.
Yeah.
Boom! Well, we all know that Harry, a lot of us actually love to play golf here. This morning, you're going to introduce us to an interesting take on the sport.
Well, one of the things that happened during the pandemic, golf courses were crowded, right? And a lot of younger people started to play because they said, we'll walk, right? Not the carts. We want to get some exercise. This past summer, I read a piece in the Weekend Journal. Jason Gay, he's a great writer, about speed golf. And I said, we have got to see this.
A late summer's morning, the Rome, New York Country Club. The course beckons a single player to the first tee.
Now on the tee, the world record holder in speed golf, Lauren Cup.
Speed golf. It takes the 15th century game and turns it into a 21st century sport.
How long when you're speed golfing does it take you to play these 18?
52 to 53 minutes.
Golf. A good walk spoiled, said the sage. Well, no more.
Are you warmed up?
No, I'm not warmed up. They wouldn't give me a breakfast ball. They wouldn't give me one shot on the range.
This is serious golf terminology here.
We wanted a demonstration and soon found ourselves left behind. Speed golf waits for no one. After a few holes, we finally caught up.
Are you ever out of breath?
The break is getting the club out of the bag. Yeah, so you get the club out of the bag, take one deep breath, and line it up and swing away.
Cup, a former economics student, says the discipline of a cost-benefit analysis really does apply to golf, starting with the number of clubs.
And I just keep 5 or 6 clubs in it. When I putt, I wrap it around like a back pat.
You see people who are out here today, you look at the golf bag, it's packed.
Absolutely not necessary. And that's another great thing about speed golf. You learn to hit a lot of different shots with the same clubs.
Too many clubs, she says, slow you down. And she says they muddle the mission at hand.
I'd almost argue that maybe it hurts you in that there's too much decision-making.
Cup was a stellar 3-sport athlete at Hamilton College in upstate New York, where she is now the head women's and men's golf coach.
How's the golf going?
Did we mention she's married and has 3 little kids?
That's why I need speed golf, because I have a great job and 3 young kids. I just found that those 5-hour rounds that I used to play, I just don't have time for anymore. But I can find time to play speed golf. I can play 9 holes in 20 minutes, get my workout in, my golf in, and be home for dinner.
As we contemplated giving speed golf a try, a few more tips.
What's your thought about what you want to do with the ball?
Right. You really want to keep it in front of you. And by that, I mean you want to hit it straight. You don't need to hit it as far as you can. That's not necessary. And in fact, in speed golf, it makes you run farther.
And
it doesn't always have to be perfect. In slow golf, you want to hit the perfect shot every time. Whereas in speed golf, you're just trying to hit it straight, make a par, move on to the next hole.
You know what? I think that takes the pressure off.
Yes, it does.
So with a substantial head start, off we went. It's not pretty, we know, but enough to give us a glimpse for sure. And because I was too out of breath to really think about the 18-foot putt, I channeled the teachings of my new golf guru.
I would recommend it to anybody that plays golf just to try a few times playing it quickly, and you'll learn a lot about the thought process there is in golf, and that overthinking and those pre-shot routines aren't necessarily helpful.
Just hit the ball.
Just hit the ball and go.
And you know what? It worked.
That's how it's done.
Awesome.
You guys practicing your dance moves?
I'm ready.
All right, I hope you at home.
I'm about to shake my groove thing.
Not your groove thing.
No?
We've got some work to do already. Tomorrow is National Dance Day. When the pandemic hit, the music stopped for a lot of performers around the country. But 2 women found a creative way to bring dancers together on the rooftop of the Empire Hotel right here in New York City.
Dance is oxygen. I mean, when you train and study your whole life, this is your life's work, your life's purpose. It's in your blood.
At the start of the pandemic, theaters around the world went dark, leaving performers waiting in the wings for the day when the curtains could go back up. Not knowing when that day would come, dance activists Melissa Gerstein and Kimberly Gianelli came up with a way to safely get their fellow dancers back to doing what they love.
Dance is alive. It's thriving. We just need to help it along a little bit.
When did you come up with this idea of Heart Dance NYC?
Pretty much right away.
Right away. I mean, I said to these dancers who trusted me back in the fall of 2020, we're going to have a dance event. We're going to have a performance. It's going to look different. It's going to feel different. It's going to be very intimate. But you're going to be able to go into a studio and train and perform.
These artists are the life and the heart of New York City, and New York City needs its heartbeat back.
The 2 of them began recruiting dancers from around the country for intimate and socially distanced rooftop performances. Dancers like Maggie Vanden Heuvel and Grace Ann Pierce. What was that time like when, frankly, we didn't know where all of this was going? When you're a dancer, it's what you do. How does that work?
It was really scary at some point because everybody likes to know what their next steps are. So I think in a way it has been a mental challenge of trusting yourself and trusting in your journey.
I can only imagine. I mean, you're a dancer.
Yeah.
You can tell it's who you are, you know?
I used my kitchen counter as a ballet bar. I bought a floor of Dance Marley, so I just tried to stick to a routine as much as I could.
For Maggie, part of that routine included learning new dances and posting them online. She even took a stab at Janet Jackson's Rhythm Nation. We're going to learn a little something. So, of course, I asked her to show me how a pro tackles those iconic moves.
When I was quarantined, I was like, I need to do something. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to learn Rhythm Nation because it's so hard.
I mean, I'm sure you guys know I'm obsessed with Janet Jackson. So I heard she reposted you doing this dance?
Yes, she did. I know. I couldn't sleep that night. At all.
You're going to show us a little Rhythm Nation. Boom. Oh my God.
3, 2, look, boom. Boom, look. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hey, boom, boom. Yeah!
After months of rooftop videos, virtual classes, and makeshift studios, Grace-Ann and Maggie got the opportunity to dance for a small but excited Heart Dance NYC audience. What was that performance like that first time?
It was incredible because I had not performed in front of people for easily a year and a half. You know, I was nervous, but I was excited at the same time.
It felt so good to finally look people in their eyes for the first time and to be able to tell a story. Like, I forgot what that felt like to have that genuine connection with the audience and the performers.
Is it surreal to you? I mean, now here you are on the Today Show talking about this.
I pinch myself at every show, and I cry at every show, because you're looking at a woman who sort of tucked dance away forever, like forever. Aww. It really is like my first love.
Does it feel like you're almost standing in your purpose at this point?
Yes, this is my life's work, to help dancers. I know it. I just know it. And maybe I'm a disruptor. Maybe I'm putting dancers on a rooftop overlooking Lincoln Center, but I'm doing it, and it's never felt better.
As live performances return, Melissa and Kim are continuing in their mission and eventually hope to bring Heart Dance to other cities all around the country. And creators looking to be in the New York shows can apply now through the organization's website. But I told her, and we did this a while ago, not too long ago, but there are so many performers. And like you say, people who work behind the scenes around the country who just haven't had any work. So if you can go to a rooftop somewhere and bring an audience in who are willing to pay.
Yes, because
they
miss the artist
they
much
miss
as
it too.
The performers do.
Yeah.
It's good to see you getting back out there dancing.
So much fun. Tomorrow we'll have a good time.
Okay, for millions of us, it's the first thing we do in the morning. We grab a cup of coffee. So if you can't function without your morning brew, it appears you're not alone.
Americans drink, get this, 146 billion cups of coffee per year. So if you want to take your coffee to the next level, Pinterest culinary creator Peter Somm found some great ways to elevate your morning joe.
Okay, and this is the best thing.
What?
You can just scan that QR code right there on the screen.
Peter,
how are you?
We like our coffee game, but we can always use a little upgrade.
Well, you know, I go on Pinterest all the time to check out all my inspirations for coffee and other things.
Okay.
And I have found so many great and exciting ways to elevate your coffee game at home, and you can create your own coffee bar at home.
Okay, let's elevate it. So where are we starting? Over here?
We are starting with whole beans. We're starting with your local roaster. Try to find a fabulous local roaster where you can support your business, your small business. And these are some great ones that I love. This is Blue out of New York, and also Coffee Project out of New York.
Yeah.
And
why start with whole beans?
So whole beans are really the best way to get the freshest cup. The moment you start grinding your beans, the quality degrades, and you really want that fresh aroma.
Okay, but now
let's grind it up.
We buy our coffee, and then you actually say buy a grinder. Is that right?
I say buy a grinder because, again, the best way to get a fresh cup is to grind it right beforehand.
Okay.
This guy is one of my favorites. It is the Baratza Encore grinder. It is a the fabulous kind of
for you?
Yeah, you want to? Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay, me too. Oh, not so loud.
No.
And look at it.
Okay.
So this holds about 8 ounces. 8 ounces of whole beans. 8 ounces of whole beans. You can see it right here. I just open it like that. And it has about 40...
This is good.
I like it.
This thing has 40 grind settings, so you can really do all your different brew methods. It's so great.
Okay, iced coffee is very popular.
People love a cold brew. Is that what this is?
Yes.
Love a cold brew.
Yes.
Cold
Tell
brew.
us what we should do.
So cold brew is so hot right now, and this is a way to do it at home. This is the Takaya Deluxe Cold Brew Filter. It is so pretty, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you do?
So you really, this is an airtight seal.
Yep.
So you put your grinds in here.
Yep.
And then you will lower them into the water. The grinds are in there.
Yeah.
And then you shake it for about 30 seconds, put it in your fridge, and you let it sit there in your fridge for about 12 to 24 hours.
Oh, overnight.
And that's going to give you the best cold brew.
Okay.
Is this for lazier people?
This is what I have in my
Yes.
fridge. Yes. Exactly. So you know rosé in a box?
Yes.
Well, this is cold brew in a box. It is perfect because it holds about 16 servings. So that ends up being like $2.50 per cup.
How does it taste compared to
It tastes
making it
amazing because it is vacuum packed, so it's shelf stable. So I always keep one in my pantry.
You and I have something in common, and that is that if we go to a coffee bar or something and they have coffee ice cubes, we get very excited.
They have that?
They
At
have
coffee
that.
bars?
Every once in a while you see it, and we can do this at home.
You can do this at home. It's the way to keep your coffee fresh and don't have any of that ice diluting your coffee. These are Williams-Sonoma Perfect Ice Cube trays. They pop out really easily, right? And you really only need a few because they're so big.
Yep.
It's wonderful.
Okay, take us over here to the foamer.
Okay, well, let me go. This is actually a French press, which I have to show you because I'm dying over this. So I love a French press. This is a French press combination, also to-go travel mug.
Oh, wow.
And it's double-walled, vacuum sealed, and you just press it down like any French press.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it'll keep your coffee hot because it's insulated.
Right.
And
Do you drink it from here? No.
so yeah, you push it down. I know.
Yeah, push it down. Okay.
And then where do the grains go?
So the grains stay in there, but you press the filter button and it'll stop the extraction. So it's not like you're going to end up with a really strong coffee at the end of the day.
And then you pour this in a cup?
No, you can actually lift it off and drink it from there.
It right here.
So it's to go. Yeah.
Now I've always wondered.
Oh wait.
I think you take that.
Oh yeah. So this is.
You take it out.
This is.
That
So
makes sense. Yeah.
you exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, so this is the Zule original hand foamer.
I love
right?
that. It's something very
It's satisfying.
Yeah. It's great. At $15, it comes in lots of great colors. It's something for everybody.
I like this. If you want to heat it up and make it nice and warm.
Yeah. So this is
froth.
This is the Sakura electric foamer, and you know it's gonna heat your milk in about 3 seconds.
This is our department. Hit it.
This is
right here.
Hoda really likes the flavor.
So this is the way to bring that coffee house, finesse to your home coffee bar. These are Monins, and they come in all these classic flavors.
Like vanilla.
You're gonna walk away with one of these, right? Exactly. That's vanilla. There's hazelnut, espresso. It's sweet, great flavor.
Okay, oat milk.
Yeah.
Now, plant-based milks, right, are really becoming a thing. These are two of my favorites. This is the Califia Farms oat milk. The thing I love about oat milk, it's so creamy.
Yeah, it's a frother.
Yeah, it's a nice frother for hot and cold drinks. And also what we have here is Tosh, which is pistachio milk. And
now, this thing looks fancy. We've got to get to it really quickly.
Okay, so an espresso machine is key.
You feel fancy just having it.
You feel fancy, and also a lot of your specialty drinks are espresso based.
Yeah.
So if you want to invest in a great espresso machine, this is the Breville Bambino, which is going to give you super barista quality espresso.
Smooth. Yeah.
And you know the steam wand there, it creates microfoam, so you can practice your latte art.
Ooh, we love latte art. Peter, thank you.
Ladies, how do you take your coffee in the morning?
I take it with a little almond milk and 1 Splenda. How about you?
I take mine with a pound of coffee mix. Powder, old school.
What flavor?
Original. I only do original. I don't like the flavor.
I'm surprised you don't put a little equal up in there.
I don't. You know what? The only thing I don't like sweet is my coffee. Everything else is good, not coffee.
Okay, that was great. You will definitely want to be here next week. We've got another big morning on Today on Monday.
In fact, Al Roker's going to be live in Baltimore on Monday at the home of the Ravens for a very special pep rally to shine a light on a special principal and the students that she has helped to really thrive.
Have a fabu weekend, and we'll see you Monday morning on Today.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.